y'all wanna hop in the game and do the same, selling tickets to your favorite name. Join our trade. Ticket resellers investing in building every day. Join our
We have the easiest way to make money online. As you see over here, there's no MLM, no pyramid scheme, no ads or marketing required, no selling tickets in the streets, and you don't need any labor costs to scale up.
Hey, if you're interested in scaling your ticket business or your business into the millions, like I've done, selling tickets strictly online, 100% online, you'll never catch me out in the streets. Go to thetickettrap.com. Again, the
So earlier this summer, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez was hit with a RICO charge, and this is involving her daughter. Now, she was facing legal action from her daughter, Demoree, who accuses the high-profile music executive of having her involuntarily committed to a psychiatric facility under false pretenses. Now, this lawsuit was actually filed in May. Her daughter alleges that Perez misrepresented her mental state, claiming she was suicidal and abusing substances in order to secure the commitment. Now, the complaint details a wider rift within the family, with Hadley, who was Desiree's daughter's last name, accusing her mother of using her power and resources to interfere with her own marriage. Now, she alleges that Perez targeted her husband with unfounded accusations of domestic abuse and took deliberate steps to drive a wedge between the couple. Now, Desiree, with her attorney, did deny all claims in court filings. Now, Roc Nation also obtained a court order barring Desiree Perez's daughter Hadley and her husband from making public statements about the case. Now, that's pretty smart, right there. So, recently, there was a development in this particular case, right? So a federal judge just recently ruled that key parts of Demoree Hadley's civil rights RICO case can still move forward, but some claims were dropped. But the main accusations of conspiracy, false imprisonment, and civil rights violations did survive. Now, the judge found it plausible that Perez and her associates, including psychiatrists and investigators, worked together to have Demoree wrongfully committed under the Baker Act. Because of that, Perez and others could be treated as state actors, meaning civil rights laws now apply to them. Now, this is a major step for Demoree as it allows her to gather evidence and move forward trial. Now, Roc Nation and Perez are still central to the case, and the discovery could reveal more about their alleged actions over this case. So, Nicki Minaj has been talking about it. A lot of people didn't really cover this for obvious reasons, because a lot of people are shook to death to say anything, contrary to, Roc Nation. And, but I'm just reporting the story here. Now, this is her daughter. It's wild, but see, the only difference between me and somebody like Nicki Minaj, I'm just reporting the story. I'm not using it as a tool to try to attack Roc Nation or anything, like that, because I wasn't there. So I'm just going off the information that's made publicly, available. And now, if you don't know Desiree Perez, obviously she has a storied history. She was working for the drug cartels, got caught up, wore a wire, and helped bring down a major cartel. And she is Jay-Z, CEO of Roc Nation. Jay-Z did stand beside her. Now, she, if I'm not mistaken, when Jay-Z mentions Juan, his OG Juan Perez, that's Juan's wife. So people have been very critical of Jay-Z, pretty much saying that he is hooked up and defending a rat because she, did wear a wire. Now some people calling her a civilian. Look, if you deal in drugs, I think that takes you out of the civilian. And we talked about this years ago, and we actually sent a cease and desist by Roc Nation to take a story down that we got. I should have showed it on the screen if I could still find it. They didn't like, I guess, key parts of our the story that we ran. It was actually an article they didn't like the fact that it was up. I guess they were trying to scrub it from the media, but since then it's kind of really blew up, all over the internet. So it's like you really can't hide it no more. I guess they kind of just wear it. Now, as far as Jay-Z, look, man, he's sitting down with like some salt in the swats or something, like whatever. I don't know. They got a picture of this dude sitting down with somebody out in Saudi Arabia or Dubai somewhere about to make a major business deal. So, also, Desiree was pardoned by Trump. If you didn't know that, Trump, out of all people, pardoned her, from her particular case. So, this happened in the 90s. She was the foreman for the DEA. Again, now, she was arrested for conspiring to distribute 35 kilograms of cocaine. God damn. It was a crime at the time that carried a minimum of 10 years in prison. Now, she did cooperate with the DEA in exchange for a lighter sentence. Perez became a federal informant for the Drug Enforcement Agency. A prosecutor noted that her cooperation put her at substantial risk. She reportedly wore wires that aided bust in Puerto Rico and Colombia. Now, again, back in 2021, after she was named the CEO of Roc Nation, Perez received a full pardon, for the crime from President Donald Trump. At the time, Roc Nation pointed to her advocacy for criminal justice reform as a reason for the pardon. Now, as we know, her and her daughter are locked up in this little civil RICO case that's going on right now. So, we shall see. I remember when we brought Dame Dash on, he ain't want to even talk about this shit a few years ago when we asked him about Desiree Perez and, the cooperation. He didn't even want to touch it. So that is what it is. That's the latest update with the what they call the Roc Nation or the Desiree Perez civil RICO that is underway right now. When people hear it, it's obvious like she's not going to prison or anything. She's not looking at any time for this. I think this is more of a financial thing. Maybe it could involve, some type of criminal punishment. I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, I'm going to defer to y'all. I'm going to give you the behind the back pass. I want to hear what you guys got to say about this. How do you feel about it? Desiree Perez, her daughter. It's really a family matter, but it's very public. And this goes to show you, man, no matter how much money you got, no matter how, what your prestige is or what position you hold, we all got issues. It's a shame they can't work this out without using the courts. But hey, you never know how in too deep someone is. But it's your brother O God Man, Hip Hop News Uncensored, giving you that uncensored approach for the last 8 years. If you rock out with us, we're still on the road to 1 million subscribers. Let's put this thing back in drive, man, and hit that 1 million and bring that gold plaque home, man. You could help by, hitting the thumbs up on the video and sharing the video, whether it be Facebook or X right now, or just leaving a comment. Leave a comment and thumbing up the video helps. Peace.